What's up, everybody? Full panel of beautiful ladies tonight. Let's go. And we are live. Welcome to the Purple Pill Pod, episode 89. And the number one show in the world for dating. Sorry, right here at Dallas, Texas. Make sure to like the video on y'all's way. That subscribe button. Please hit that notification. You'll see every time we got a live show that's coming up. Follow us on the podcast Instagram as well. You can go add these beautiful ladies that we got on the show right now. I got them tagged in my story. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Rumble, all at the same time. And if you want to show support, you can do that by hitting the join button under the video right now to be a member. That's going to come with some emojis for the show. And you can also super in any questions that you have for the ladies tonight. All audio platforms as well, such as Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So please make sure to check us out. And yeah, double check on that Instagram. Go add my boy Ryan also, who we did the pre-show with, and these beautiful ladies. My producer tonight, we got Donnie in the house.
Yep.
And we also got Bassett, my number recruiter. He's the best in Dallas, guys. Thank you, bro. But yeah, everybody else, let's get started. We like to know what's your name, your age, your education level, you do for work, and your relationship status, ladies. So let's start with the very end of the table.
Hi, my name is Karaya.
Talk a little closer into it if you can.
Sorry. My name's Karaya, and you said education level?
Yeah.
3 years of college. I was a communications major. I'm married, and is that it?
You married? What do you do for work?
For work right now, I'm just working at a restaurant. But my goal is to be a singer. So towards right now.
Okay, that's dope. Can you drop a bar for us? Sing
Or
for
a
us?
note?
A note? Yeah.
Sure. From my new song Locked In, it's dropping. I'm freezing up. What are the words?
It's a spot. I know.
It is. No, I'll sing Bluff. I have a song called Bluff. We're in sync. You already know what I'm thinking. We're on the page in a different place. Just energy at times when I thought we were fine.
Ah, awesome. No, thank you for that. This is the first time a girl has said that she's a singer, and she was able to sit in the spot and do it. So that's a great skill to be able to have if you're a singer and you can actually pull it out like that. That's a beautiful voice.
Appreciate it.
No,
Another one.
thank you for coming though. What about age, education level, what you do for work, all that?
I'm Lisa. And I'm a small business owner. I a small beauty salon. I specialize in lash extensions and hair. Yeah.
Nice. Who does your lash extensions if you do other?
So I have this girl that works for me, and so we kind of trying to trade off.
Yeah, must be a nice nice thing part of the industry, huh?
An education level?
Education level, yeah.
So I went to Paul Mitchell, the beauty school.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
No, I like Paul. I had a friend that went there. What about you? Go ahead. You know what to say.
My name is Ari.
Talk a little closer.
My name is Ari, and I'm 26 years old. I'm an owner. I'm an esthetician, and I specialize in lashes, skincare, and waxes. And I went to beauty school too. I went to Duval's. Cosmetology school.
Oh.
So
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, but we got some boss babes in the house tonight, guys.
And relationship status.
Oh yeah.
My relationship status, I'm single.
Wait, what was yours?
Oh, I didn't say that either. I'm also newly single.
Newly single. How long is newly single?
It's been like 3 months. I'd
3
say.
months.
Yeah.
How long have you been?
4 years on Wednesday.
Congratulations. 4 years. How old are you again?
24.
Wow, so you got married at 20, knew exactly what you wanted. How did you find the guy? Coach women all the time on how to find a good man at a age like this. How old is he?
He's
You know,
27.
27. So y'all got married when he was 3.
Mhm.
Okay, and where'd y'all meet and stuff?
We met at college.
At college?
Yeah.
No,
friends.
that's really dope. Through mutual friends. Remember one way that you meet your spouse through? I think it's 32% or 28% is through mutual friends. Very cool. Oh, thank you so much.
And he's about to hit his peak too, so I'm at a perfect time.
Yeah, you really did. But for you said that you've been single for 3 months.
Yeah.
Why'd it end?
So basically, wasn't working out.
Here, aim the mic a little bit more towards your mouth.
It just didn't work out.
It just didn't work out?
It just didn't work out. The person that I was with was projecting a lot of that hate onto me and giving me a lot of responsibility to make him happy when that's kind of your responsibility to be self-happy, and it's just better off.
How long were you all together?
5 years.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time. I'm sorry. What about you though? How long have you been single?
Since 2020.
Jesus. 3 years?
Yeah.
What's that?
What kind of single are you? Because there's a few different kinds of single. There's like single. There's like single.
I think I'm like single.
So you're celibate? Like you're nobody at all right now?
No, I'm celibate.
Oh, okay. I've been.
So I've been single for like
You gotta talk closer,
almost
girl.
been single for like almost
5
a
hours
year
ago.
now. No, almost a year now. Celibate and everything. But I guess before that I was still just like single, having fun.
Mhm.
Now I'm like single.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's good. What about you? Do you got to give them like all the same stuff? Yeah, all the same stuff.
Cool. So, old guy. I'm
Yeah.
30. I'm 35. I live in Dallas. I'm single. I have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. And I'm a business owner here in Dallas. Life and health insurance agency. And that's my girlfriend right now. That business is my girlfriend right now. So
Yeah.
she's that business my sugar mama. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I would argue actually that even though you do find a girlfriend one day, the business should always still be girlfriend, like the main priority. And I know that might be a little triggering, maybe, but I'm that for the best of the relationship, the guy should always be focusing on money and the career.
Right.
Guys, we did a pre-show talking about health insurance and life insurance. I wanted to start off, asking this panel, do y'all have health insurance or life insurance? Do you have either one? You do?
Health insurance.
You have health insurance? Okay. Young, you can still have it with your parents sometimes, still, right? 26. Do you have that? So soak it up. But then whenever you need it, you gotta call this guy. What about you? Do you have health or life insurance?
Yeah, so I actually do have life insurance just because about to work for life insurance.
Oh, they got you to buy a policy while you're there, huh?
No, yeah. I mean, basically doing it to support the homie, but like it didn't really work for me.
Talk a little
and
closer if you can.
it didn't work out for me, to pursue that career wise. But he's still going on it, and I still support him. And I mean, it really hurt to have life insurance.
Yeah, not at all.
And I also have health insurance. So
Unless it's the wrong policy, then it can maybe hurt.
That's right.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have a life or health insurance policy?
No, I don't.
Neither one.
No.
Okay, well then, good. So, what I want to ask you then, since you have neither, do you feel like since you're not in a relationship, it's something that you don't really have? Because sometimes like life insurance is to, support your loved one in a case of unexpectedly or something bad happening unexpectedly. Health insurance, long so you're like, oh, I'm not going to get sick, it's no big deal. But I mean, if you had a spouse and something bad would happen, it could reflect both of y'all. Do you think that like the reason why you don't have either one of those things is just because for 3 years, like why you gotta worry about it?
I'm not sure. I guess. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Oh, so like since you.
also probably a little bit hard, like being like a business owner, we can't really like rely on our job to insure us. So I just recently 2 months ago got myself health insurance, so I was uninsured for quite some time also. But just being a small business owner, it's kind of what I mean.
So the small business owner thing, like y'all's taxes all perfectly correct. Y'all have CPAs that helping y'all out.
Yeah, I have an accountant.
Just making sure you got a really good one because that's gonna make a huge difference for you. So like the boss, the boss babes. I want to know, is that something that you think is gonna hinder your chance to like find like the guy that you want, or do you think that you careers and like owning y'all's own business is a positive, in the dating world? Start with you on this one.
Okay, so I feel like it's a little bit hard. I feel like I'm an alpha female, so I need somebody to kind of like be on the same level. I feel like I need somebody on the same level, and there's like just a lot of
Yeah. So like what? Hey Donnie, did you make sure they're unmuted?
They are unmuted.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, there is lag though, and all.
Man, I turned off the here. Turn off the Wi-Fi real quick. I turned it off earlier, and the internet stayed on, so you should be able to turn it off, and it's not going to do anything. Let us know if it's still working, guys. The Wi-Fi off, and that might have been the cause of it. But you were saying that you're alpha female, so it shouldn't
Yes.
nothing, right? What about you? Do you think it's gonna hinder your ability to find a dude or make it easier?
Necessarily think it'll hinder. As far as what I'm looking for, I feel like the men that are out here these days don't work as hard as I do. Like I don't play by my shit.
You're running laps on them. Look a little closer to the mic every time if you can. For you, like for your household, since you're married, and so you say that your man is like the breadwinner and kind of like is the provider, like he takes care of you more, or is it like equal? Is it more 50-50?
No, it's pretty traditional.
Traditional.
Yeah.
He kind of takes care of everything. Would you rather like own your own business, or are you trying to do that just to help him out a little bit, like do side while he's doing that, or is that not really like a goal for y'all? Like it's like what's y'all's goals looking like?
For sure, I'm really getting into skincare products because as well helping out, I want to leave a legacy for my daughter or something.
good.
When
Yeah,
I
make some extra money through that way.
But
No,
taking care of children, that's a whole job in itself.
oh, do you?
Yes, I have two.
Oh, awesome! Congratulations! No, that's awesome. What I got asked then for y'all, do y'all want kids? Do you want kids?
I'm not currently in love, so I don't like really see that. In, but in the future, like yeah, no, maybe like two, nice. But also like when I get to thinking about it, I don't know if I want to bring children into this world, considering how we're going, how the world is going. I feel like shit just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. So, but it would be nice.
Yeah.
But I do feel like children for the wrong reasons.
Like what?
To kind of like I don't know, feel like
To make their parents happy,
yeah,
or
pretty much, or make themselves happy, or just because also like society kind of like pushes that.
it's like you have to do this because we said so
Like, are
type
you
of thing.
married? Are you have children? All the things, and like that's not for everybody. But like I do want that. I just I don't see that anytime soon for myself.
Oh, what do you think? Do you want kids?
In the future, definitely not anytime soon. But, like, definitely like later on.
Y'all both give me an age that you want to have. You want to have kids by
To like 35.
35.
35 to like 40.
Jerry actually sees at 35, so I wouldn't want to push it too far after 35 if I were y'all. Bro, do you want to have kids?
I do, man. I have 5 nieces and nephews, and they're my favorite humans in the entire world. Cool thing. Change a diaper though. I don't have to, and I don't do any discipline with them back. But no, and a real. I'd like to have like probably 2 or 3. But I've got to. For me, it's more important to have a healthy marriage before I, your stuff. Because like I don't want to bring craziness. Now the world's going to be crazy, right? The world is the world, but if I have a stable home life and a good loving marriage, I'll bring kids into that. I'm not going to bring kids into drama.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. So marriage, ladies, like, since y'all said 35 to 40 for kids, what's it looking like for what age do you want to be married by if you could, bro?
Honestly, man, if I met the right woman, I could be married in 6 months.
Wow, yeah, you're ready.
It's not an age thing for me at this point. I've done this that I want to do as a single man, and I think the next step, me personally, is
Yeah, I mean it's about ways. If you're not dating with the intention for that, you're kind of wasting people's time anyways.
It's
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
sure.
What so what about for you? Like, what year would you want to get married? You said 35 to 40 for kids. Like, is it the same for marriage?
So like I think around my 30s, I definitely want to be married before I have kids. So maybe
Definitely before that.
yeah, 30s. Like I want to be a wife before.
Okay.
Kids.
What do you think?
I'd say like 32.
32? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, really playing that borderline on the number there. For you, like, how many more kids do you want to have if you already have 2? Are you done? Yeah. Yeah.
You got the boy and the girl, so.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
Yeah, that's
perfect.
perfect. You don't have to do nothing else anymore, and they're probably what, like 2-3 years apart.
1 year apart.
Only 1 year apart. That's
No,
crazy.
like 2 years apart. So.
Yeah, it's so crazy though. That's just like how me and my sister were. I know my family whenever I was born after her.
Hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
So, regarding the whole marriage thing, do y'all ladies think that most people? I heard the thing brought up about, the society wants you to be married or to have kids. With society nowadays, would you say that more people are pushed to have kids before marriage, before children? think it's more push? Do you think it's more push to have kids locked, basically?
What do you think? As the one that's married.
I'm not sure necessarily what pushed, but I know that I don't know.
You know what you did.
That's all. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what I did.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think I mean things happen. You know, I don't really know what's being pushed.
What do you see majority though?
Majority definitely people are having kids and then getting married. So that one for sure.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's pushed though. Like it's like I don't know if people are pushing for that.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think? What do you think?
The same way. I feel like I don't know. Like people are definitely helpers. Like some people like end together with like, you know, the father mother of their kids, and then some people just So I don't really think it's being pushed either. I just
So, but
think everyone's.
could you could y'all agree though that it is incentivized? Because if the woman leaves the man, she's gonna get taken care of more. She's gonna be able to camps, possibly get you could definitely get child support. Like it's definitely incentivized though to make the people split up. Like it's really more beneficial in some people's sometimes that happen. Would y'all agree that it is incentivized?
I mean it happens, but I don't.
You don't think it's incentivized?
I think all of the help that mothers get after they split is warranted for sure. Being a mom and married, and my husband does help out a lot. It's still a lot. Like it's warranted. All of that, the child support, the food stamps, everything.
I definitely think it's all needed, but it does incentivize a structure though that is going to encourage a woman to leave somebody, like because normally if you're in a position, like I would say most people don't leave unless they absolutely have to, but there is some instances where some people are baby trapping guys, where they are saying like have a kid with somebody just so they can get a check out of them.
Oh yeah.
So and because there's so many women that take advantage of it, it gives a bad rap to the women that are even doing it the right way though, and like.
I feel like guys are doing that too though.
What?
I feel like nowadays guys are like trapping like girls. Like I don't really. Well, yeah, I guess I do see like maybe some girls trapping guys, but I feel like guys do the same thing too.
I got a good
Like
question.
trap a girl.
Okay.
I got a good question. Do you think that in states where it's legal,
Oh,
So-
here we go, Sergio.
states where abortion is legal, okay, should guys be able to sign their rights away from parenting that child from 0 to 18, like, paid for child support if they sign for it?
Yeah, I think that's a tough question. I think that like if equality is the goal, that is the goal. Which I'm not. You can debate on whether that's goal or not. Then yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah. If abortion's on the table, then that and a man doesn't get choice, then
Yeah. Well, hey Donnie, I was gonna if you go to settings, maybe check echo cancellation if that might help a little bit. I'm not sure. Do you think in the states where abortion is legal, so like a woman is able to go and get an abortion that day, that guy should also be able to sign his rights? So that means that he won't pay for child support for 18 years.
Yeah, because both of y'all made that. But also, I don't know because it's also the woman's body.
So what do you think?
What did you ask?
Do you think in the states where abortion is legal,
Uh-huh.
so not here, but in
Yeah.
other states where it is legal, a guy should be able to sign his rights away? Like how she can abort the baby, he can also sign his rights away. Do you think that's should be able to do that?
I feel they would both have to agree to it. It's fine if they both agree because they both made that baby. So it's like
So whenever a girl gets an abortion, does the guy get to go and agree with her that she should get the abortion?
I mean
most-
most times guys are
Be the ones to initiate.
No, but I'm just saying there's some guys who are like I don't want her to, and then she goes and
but
does
it's her
it.
body.
Okay, well,
So her body, her choice.
okay,
thing
well,
is-
that's fine. But
My thing is just a single father if he doesn't want her to abort the baby.
if he, I mean, his choice, just like how she has a choice. She has a choice of states to be able to abort the child. If she's like, okay, this guy's a risk for me to have sex with, but it's okay because I can just have an abortion afterwards. He can think the same thing. He say, I think this girl's a risky person for me to have a kid, but it's okay. I'll just sign my rights. So it's equal. The thing is, in the states where there's abortion, I could be able to sign his rights away because they both have to look at each other differently. They both have to be like, you know what? I'm not gonna keep this baby because your ass is gonna run off, and you're not like y'all are both held accountable. Whereas the state we don't have an abortion, like here, it's fair now. I never had a choice. Now I have a choice either. It's just fair.
Guys are the ones that make the babies, though.
No,
Like,
no,
you
no, no,
can.
no, 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 no. Y'all don't have to legs. See, what's crazy is that y'all don't. Who's the gatekeeper of relationships? Men are the gatekeepers of relationships. Who's the gatekeeper of sex? Women are. If a guy goes inside of y'all and you don't want it, that's rape. That is literally illegal. Like you literally cannot do that. Okay? So it's y'all are the gatekeepers of sex. So if y'all want guys coming into you, that is your you can cut that off. Cut that off. Y'all abortion is ridiculous because it's so unfair. It would be I would totally be cool with it if it was fair, but it's not even fair. In the states where there's a girl person, the only thing that to check her and make sure that she doesn't like try to just baby trap a guy is by making it equal and giving the guy the right to sign it away. And here we both have to look at ourselves. Before I would try to have a kid with any girl, I have to think and be like, oh shit, there's no abortions. Like I need to be careful. This is gonna end up biting me in the ass. And she's gonna think the same thing. She's like, there's no abortions here. I have to drive 4 hours just to get one or whatever. I'm not gonna let this guy fucking do this inside of me, you know?
Yeah, and honestly, from a perspective as a single guy who does want to get married and wants to have a family at some point, the questions I'm asking about a girl that I'm dating are different than when I was 22, 25. So when I was 22, 23, 25, it's how hot a girl. The questions start changing. That I'm in my mid 30s, I go, is this woman going to make a good mother?
Mm-hmm.
That's where the mentality shift comes from.
Mm-hmm.
From a male perspective. Okay, you know, I'm more mature now than I was. Because if I had gotten pregnant at 22, 23, thank God I didn't. Right? Yeah. Thank God I didn't. But if I would have, yeah, man, you got to just kind of man up and deal with it. And the system,
yeah,
and it's definitely broken. And there's no right answers. That's why I think these things are good, because there really isn't a good right answer. But I'm just saying, like, for the way that I date now, the questions are: is this person going to be a good mother? Is this woman going to bring me peace? Mm-hmm. Is this person somebody that I can do life with? And less of like, is she hot? Now, is she hot is important. Less important now at the old.
Yeah, that's actually a really good thing. I want to ask y'all, ladies. It's going to be kind of free since you're married and stuff. But would y'all say that the type of guys that y'all will date now at your younger ages right now, is it the same type of guys or a different type of guy that you're gonna think that you're gonna date whenever y'all are 32, 30, y'all want to get married and stuff like that? I mean, you've already in this, so I'm guessing that.
I mean, I've still got my answer.
Yeah.
I married my husband because of his character. But seeing his character is what made me fall in love with him, to be with him. Seeing somebody who follows their word and does what they say they're going to do. You know, so
do y'all go to church?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, and did you through like a social group that was all going to church too and stuff like that? Really good. No, good job. That's another statistic that shows social are the best marriage. So good job. Yeah. What asked before I
don't know. Let me know.
I'm trying to remember.
Would you date the
same
guy?
Would you say like the guys that y'all are dating right now for y'all, you know, like right now, is that the same type of guy that you're gonna still kind of be talking to when you're 32, 33, like when you want to get married and start getting serious and stuff?
Yeah, for sure, because I'm definitely like in my late, and I'm definitely dating intentionally. So yeah, like he said, you know, start the very last thing.
What about 5 years ago?
5 years ago, I was definitely
making mistakes.
Yeah.
Mistakes. What about you?
Same. It's like different now, you know, from like when I was like, I guess like dating back in 2020. Like that's definitely not what I'm looking for now, which is why I've been single for so long, because it's like I'm like on a different wave. Like, you know, I'm past that.
Make love hit different, didn't it?
Yeah, for real.
Well, you got nothing to do but to get to know each other.
No. Everybody's damaged now.
I played so many board games, bro.
I know a lot of people making that stupid bullshit on their phone too.
I'm curious.
Yeah, go.
I didn't know if you had a follow question, Sergio, about that.
I just forgot it, so you can go ahead.
Okay, my bad. But so you said that y'all looking for something different now. Were you looking for something different going forward? What would you say you're looking for in a man right now, for someone long term?
So like a traditional man, like definitely like, you know, business, minded, like not lazy, family man.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I wouldn't say traditional. I don't really consider myself a traditional woman, but definitely like I would look for loyalty, success, and yeah, a family member.
Those are pretty traditional. What your man is everything that you look for? Yeah. What were you gonna say, Donnie?
I'm curious because you said you don't want children. What do you want a family man?
I didn't say I didn't want children. I said I didn't want children right now.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so I think she said 5 to 40.
Okay.
I want to ask, do y'all think that like a young like is the value the same between like a 35-year-old or like a 40-year-old woman and a 40-year-old man like, or is it like a 35-year-old woman and a 35-year-old man think it's the same? Like the value that they both bring to a relationship, to marriage?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I don't really know
You don't know? What do you think?
because men don't really mature until like 40.
Oh man, trauma's coming through tonight.
No, it's facts. Look it up.
No. Even if you want to look, it's still about 30. Yeah, because guys are definitely later than y'all. Like we can look at a chart and see that y'all are fully matured sometimes by 20, 21, 22. And a guy, yeah, he's not gonna fully. But ladies, unless you're the captain of the football team at 18 or 19 years old, you're not gonna have any status. You're not gonna have any money. You're not gonna have any value as a man until you're later. Women are trust fund baby or self-made millionaires. So when y'all turn old, y'all got all your value up front. You have a fund of value. You're able to do all types of things at 18, 19, 20 that I will never be able to do as a man.
Why?
Because I don't have beauty. I don't have what men want. Men and women are not the same at all. You can go get on a yacht in Miami. Y'all can skip the line at the club. There's a lot of benefits to being a woman, especially a young, beautiful woman. There's a reason why women in their 30s are doing a bunch of stuff to get looking young again. Because y'all know that that's where all y'all's value, and that's why. And as Sergio's come out, and there's more things. Y'all have even more techniques to keep y'all looking later and later. But you can't make yourself keep your eggs. And at the end of the day, that's what is really valuable to some men if they want a family and kids and a legacy in that way. Asking like the 35 question is because like we can look at this: a man that's 20 years old and a woman that's 20 years old. Who has more value? Just say it out loud, whoever y'all think. Who has more value? A 20-year-old woman, 20-year-old man? The woman?
Yeah.
25-year-old woman, 25-year-old man, who has more value?
Women.
30-year-old man, 30-year-old woman, who has more value? Yeah, probably a little bit still. 30-year-old woman, 35-year-old man. This is when it starts flipping. And then
I don't know, man. 35 years, like we look good. So
yeah, I'm not basing it off of looks. I'm basing it off of what men want. And what most 35 years old, if they haven't started their legacy yet, is 1,000% going to want a family. Like we like to forget all the time that our ancestors are literally hundreds of thousands a year where we're at today, and a lot of people are saying, you know what, fuck them. I'm just gonna let my off with me. It's not a big deal. I don't care. And people that are crazy about it, they're like, no, I want a family legacy. I want these things more than anything in my life. So those people, they're going to care a lot of the 35-year-old woman, having less eggs or maybe point. So like I would say as ages go up, guys are going to do better. Like if we did that same way up, 35, 40, 45, 50. Like the guy is the one who's y'all win early on, but the guys win the game later on. This is the problem today, though, is that we live in a short-term mindset world, and it's so profitable. There's so much money to be made off of sitting there and selling y'all the dreams, selling y'all what you right now. Like Vogue and Cosmo led this charge. Like them 40 years ago in their magazines, telling women horrible dating advice, trying to get them to buy all these skin things just so they can make a profit. Because they know that y'all are gonna products the more you're single. The more you're alone, makeup you have to buy, the more you're going to go on your own, the more you're going to go spend more money.
Yeah.
80% consumer base is women today.
Well, also too, if back in the day when we were younger, like the United States is making a ton of money on sending out their careers, never getting married, because now you've just doubled the tax base in the United States.
Yeah, GDP went up like crazy.
Yeah, there is so much money to be made for division of the sexes and basic. I mean, we were kind of talking about this earlier. Like there is so much money to be made. If men hate women and women hate men, and there's giant misunderstanding and chasms, Like that's where corporations make money, because like where you would find fulfillment in those intimate relationships. Well, if you're single, you're not getting that fulfillment. So what you're going to do, you're going to go spend your money on things that are going to make you feel good. And all of a sudden now the economy is spun up and stirred because we've created a narrative that basically divides men and women.
Oh, here's a really good one. So, ladies, like, this is the hardest one that's usually happening today. It's really to figure out whose role is what today in a relationship. I guarantee y'all have all, except for you because you're married and you're in a good tricon relationship. There's a lot of like, whose job is it to this? Whose job is to do that? And whenever y'all get into a relationship, who do you want to have the frame in the relationship? Who do you want to be in the leadership position in the relationship? We're just saying 51-49. We're not saying that he rules 90% of your life or anything. We're saying, who do you usually want to be more the leader? Do you want the man, or do you want you to be the leader?
The man.
You want the man to be the leader?
The man, regardless, I still kind of wear the pants.
But like, but why? Because of
what
stuff
I
that's happened in your past.
No, I think whatever.
But like, why would you
whatever
have that instant reaction to want to have the pants on?
Because I'm usually the decision maker.
But that's because of stuff that's happened in the past. You're
Always
this.
how
I know. That's
I
what I'm
like
saying.
that,
So
but-
past, you've been the decision maker, and that's why though. So this is the problem. Is a lot of women, say that like I don't like a relationship. I want to be the leader. That's coming from trauma, because you were dating men that you shouldn't have been with. I can already tell you right now that everything is wrong, because you'll be with them if it was working. If any of those relationships worked of you being the leader, you would still be in it. It doesn't work ever. But this is the huge problem today, though, is that there's a lot of that mentality, just like you, and it's based off of trauma. Whenever a woman never wants to give power away in a relationship again, something happened. You gave your devotion to the wrong person at one point. It's usually your first relationships. I don't know which one it was one of the first guys up or something, and you give so much devotion to them, and you give everything. And when that person leaves, because y'all are usually both young and he's not ready, so usually that guy usually leaves. And when that happens, girl is usually so that she's like, I'm never devoting myself like this again, never fully giving myself to somebody again, because when that happens, it hurts really fucking bad when they leave. So every relationship from now on, it's in my frame. It's my I'm the leader, say. And you know what? That's gonna protect your ego. It's gonna perfectly protect your ego, so you're never gonna get hurt. But at the same time, it's never going to last. Either he's gonna feel disrespected all the time and cheat on you at one point, or you're gonna just not. You don't have no respect for him, and you're gonna end up cheating on point. It's the biggest cycle that are on today. Shout out to Stephen Speaks, because he's like the guy who taught me most about that.
Yeah, no, basically, yeah, the respect was going.
Yeah. So
like,
I want to ask, in a relationship, who deserves more respect in the relationship? We're gonna act
I think we both deserve
what do you
equal
think?
respect.
I think is respect.
Well, like,
That's
because respect and love are two. We're gonna say like categories are respect and love. One person should get more than the other. So like, if you want to say equal, y'all can say equal also.
Let's not get religious here.
Oh no, I so like, I understand here. Let me lay something down for the show. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to talk about tonight on the show, revolutionary psychology books, Marty Hazelton, Monal, Dr. David Buss, The Evolution of Desire, Alpha God by Hector Garcia. It's all these books that are teaching a description of how humans are, because we've done studies across 30 years. We can see how men are, we can see how women are, we can see what we're turned on by, what we're not turned on by. We all this by studies, okay? But those are all descriptions, okay? So I can give you all a description but we still need a prescription. We still need to prescribe ourselves the best tool or the best way to do something. And the Bible is the best prescription for relationships. Ephesians have some of the greatest prescriptions in there. And Proverbs, you're never going to get better advice on relationships than just those 3 books of the Bible, dead ass. Like, you'll never get anything better. So that's why a lot of things I'm going to come back are the prescriptions are based off the Bible, and prescriptions are based off of evolutionary psychology.
So to answer your question, and so I think that, and this is, you can tell me if I'm wrong here. I think women feel most respected with feeling loved, like,
Yeah,
and so 100%, right?
Yes.
And so that you would call it respect. I would call it, this is how I show love.
You're just loving her.
But here's the thing: I'm not necessarily looking for a woman to respect me in the same way I'm respecting her through love. You know what makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
The way that I feel the most loved is when I feel respected. When I feel full in a relationship, one comes to me and says, "Hey, I've got this problem, and I trust you to fix it, bro, baby, I'll do it. Like, what? Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna make it better." Or whenever a crisis comes up and there's a peace in her heart, and then she has a peace. Oh, I'm with Brian, so we're good. Yeah. That kind of respect makes me feel so loved that I'm give that love back in a way that now you're gonna feel lifted up and respect, but it's not the same. It's equal, but it's not. That's kind of how
it's equal, but it's not. But it's not the same. So like, say that one person needs it more than the other. You can say equal, like, if you want.
I feel like the same as like equal, not the same.
What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah. Equal, be equal. What do you think? What do you think?
I agree with him.
So the Bible shows like in Ephesians, what they like to talk about is that like there's a cycle of love and respect, and this cycle multiple things, and it's all based off of responsibility. Okay, so today, since we're working more than ever, women are 60% of or women 6% compared to 40% of men from college. Y'all are men in most major cities. Y'all are boss. There's a lot of women that are boss babes that are making good money now. Because of that, the responsibility for your life is mostly in your own hands. Back in the day, for hundreds of thousands of years, responsibility was 9 times out of 10, 99 times in the guy's hands. Because he was running the house, he was doing most of the shit, doing the hard work, whatever. The woman was raising kids and shit like that. So the respect was all about respect for a man, because the responsibility was all on him. So, but this cycle is what makes a relationship feel whole and perfect. Everything is yin yang. Like you can't just sit here and you can't have two alphas in a household. I would actually say it words. You can have a household where a woman is super alpha, but the guy has to be super. You can't have two fucking alphas in a household thinking that they're both leaders. It's not gonna work.
You can, because I feel like you can.
So like the problem is the mentality of thinking that you're a leader. The guy is the actual leader. Like say he's hiring you. Say he's like really the man. He's way older than you. He's way more experienced. He knows way more than you. He has way better connections than you. And then you're gonna sit there and talk to him like you're a boss over him and shit. No, it's not shit. No, it's never gonna work that way. It's disrespectful because if he has all the responsibility on him, then that's respectful. Like and you gotta understand, this all starts with even children, even with the parent is to love the child, and the check's the parent, because they're the ones that it's the same in the workplace. If the boss literally if the boss respects his people, and anytime they need help with anything, anytime they need water, anytime they need a bathroom fixed, and he instantly does, or he loves them and he does it, then it's perfect. But have to respect their boss. Same how the kids have to respect the parents. Same how the wife has to respect the husband. All based off of responsibility. And the only reason why everything is backwards today is because the guys don't have the responsibility anymore. They don't have the full responsibility. There's very few that are successful like him, that are business owners, business like me. This isn't. It's very rare where he got all the responsibility on him for him to need all the respect still. But that's why it's backwards. Because when we're both saying I need respect, we're both confused. Like in reality, you really need to be loved right, and you really need to respect him. But if he's not a provider, I wouldn't respect him either.
I'd say this too. Like when I go in or a dating situation, I need anything from her. I'm not. I don't need anything. Now, do I want stuff from you as far as like companionship, relationship, sex, all of that stuff? Yes, I want that stuff. I think it's hard for a woman to respect when that man needs her.
Yeah.
And so when you, as a man, when you build your life up and you do different, doing different things, whatever that is, business, fitness, all of that stuff.
She should be an extra.
She should be. Yeah. Yes.
It sounds fucked up,
but
it's the truth.
And I wouldn't even think of extra, but you talked about building, wanting to build with somebody. So in my case, and what I'm looking for is I'm not looking for someone to come alongside and come with me. And as if somebody is not as successful, that means as me, like that's not the deal, because I want to be the kind of man that has broad enough shoulders to like bring a woman onto my life, because that's how I think of it. Like bring a woman onto my life, and then my responsibility, my scope of responsibility has just gotten bigger because I am responsible. That's what I do. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, it's I think if a man goes into a relationship because he hasn't dealt with his daddy issues, and he's looking for a woman to validate him as a man, then I think that woman is gonna have a hell of a time trying to respect him.
Yeah,
for sure.
So
what I tell men is, listen, I know it doesn't feel very masculine. The most masculine thing you can do is get your ass to therapy.
Yeah.
And figure that out and figure out why you are the way you are and why do you like you need a woman. But I think a lot of men don't want to talk about their stuff and don't want to work, because it's a vulnerable place to be, and we're like we don't want to do that. Do the work on the front end, and you work on yourself, whether that's fitness or business. All of a sudden now instead of chasing women, then you're attracting women, and then you can be picky, particular, and go, okay, like I said earlier, my place, someone going to be a good mother? Is this person going to bring me peace? It's not, oh my gosh, I need validation. I need a tense woman. I'm going to just go get a relationship and go, whatever. And because it's just, I did it. I've done it. It's chaos and never again.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I actually on one thing, ladies.
Go ahead.
Do y'all like a guy who goes to therapy? Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I'm sure y'all are gonna say yes. Yeah, say yes. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I
Yes.
love a man
Yeah.
that's able to.
So,
be
like, do you
vulnerable.
do you think that therapy for men as it is women?
No, I think most therapy is bullshit for men because like we talked about, most male therapy, and I was listening to Chris Williamson about this.
Mhm.
Most therapy is geared towards women, and then men get plugged into it. They talk about how men in therapy are like, oh, well, they should be seen, heard, and validated. No, like good masculine therapy is empowering to a man to get up, be tough.
It's just there's no therapist that
not all of them.
I even had a really good male one. He didn't even do that though. Like he was a super tradcon old guy, and he still wasn't good at it. Like he wasn't pushing like they're like that. At the end of the day, it's just a job, and like I think that job is great because
Like you need a coach, not a therapist.
I think that's actually here's what I think.
funny.
Here's what I think the best prescription is for a man is
the gym coach. Yeah.
is get to go to therapy. And there is like traditional DSM-5 type of stuff that you need a professional work through. But that you have a base of like emotional stability as a man. I think finding a masculine coach who understands men's problems and understands what you actually need, you can couple those things.
Most key just need to get their testosterone checked.
That's
low
true.
key testosterone. Like guys have the T levels right now are literally plummeting compared to what men were 20, 30 years ago. So there's plastics in all of our foods, everything that we're eating. Like guys have and there's estrogen in everything. So we're ended up becoming feminine. Like,
So it's not because of anything the men did. It's all on.
oh no, it's that the environment as well. No, most of the definitely like our own choice. Like, well, I believe in something called determinism, which means that like honestly, I don't blame women. Like the reason why my show is different from like Fresh and Finn, a lot of shows, I don't blame y'all. Like I know a lot of girls that are hoes, or I know a lot of people on there like all these bitches are hoes, like they're sleeping around. It's all like they need to stop sleeping around. It's like I don't blame because we created the environment as men.
Mm-hmm.
We were the ones that put the laws into place. We were the ones that wanted to make profit off of y'all. It wasn't thought. It was the men that wanted to profit and wanted to make money. So I really don't blame the women because y'all just go with the flow of the environment. Since I'm the one who builds the buildings, I'm the one who builds the environment down here. Men are the ones that do all that shit as it is. I definitely blame the men when it comes to these type of things. But it all goes back to Adam and Eve. If Adam would have just told Eve to not bite the fucking fruit off the tree, we would have been fine. But he was beta cuck. He sat there and was just like, "What, Eve? Go do whatever you want. Go live in your hedonism. Go eat the apples. No big." And it's just like, no, it was like, and the whole point of that story show that that's what happens. Like because like I was telling y'all earlier, y'all are the gatekeepers of sex. The moment everything gets messed up, y'all opened your legs. Tyrone and Chad and Edgar, these guys that get all the girls and they don't have to do nothing for it. They live on their mom's couch, but they still keep getting pussy from every girl because they're a gym bro or whatever it is. Those guys that sit there and keep doing that shit if they could pussy anymore. If every woman tomorrow was like, we're sleeping with fuckboys anymore, it would make the world a better place. Mm-hmm. Men would literally that live on their mom's couch that are 6'4" fucking G's would have to get off their mom's fucking couch and go get a fucking job and go do all types of other shit to finally get their family or their pussy. If women stopped, everything would be better. That's the whole point of Adam and Eve's story. The whole point of it is to teach that if you take a bite of the tree of knowledge, if you sit there and you open up to this knowledge of what it feels like that 6'5" guy with the foot-long dick, if you open yourself up to opportunities, that ends up biting ass. We all get screwed because of it.
No, I think men are
I
just
don't.
lazy nowadays.
I don't know if that's equipped though, because if you look into the Bible, Eve deceived by the serpent. Adam wasn't deceived to the fruit. Eve was deceived.
The whole point of her being deceived is because if she falls, we all fall out of tune with nature. We all fall. We can be animalistic chimpanzees as much as we want. We can live in hedonism. We can live in darkness. We can sit there and live in pleasure and all have orgies all day long and all fuck each other, do all types of crazy. Trust me, it's not like we could do that. There's a lot of people that they had a lot of fun the whole time too, and they're happy about it, and they're very happy that it all happened. Okay, there's but the thing is, if you want to live in your path, want to literally live in your purpose, then it all starts with that. It all starts with not opening yourself to other people, and it starts with women, because men are not the same as we go and sleep around and stuff. It doesn't ruin the relationships. It doesn't kill the marriage. Now don't get me wrong. If he goes and he has hair and he falls in love with the other girl, that's a whole other stuff. But say a guy just goes and gets his dick sucked, and then he comes back home, he can still love his wife the same. Statistics show it's not the same. When a woman cheats, it's over. It's over. When a woman is completely over. There are plenty of where a man can go and sleep with another girl and back home, and he still loves his wife and his kids, and he's still going to provide for them. It's not the same when a woman cheats.
I think it's completely when you like energetically exchange that with with another person.
Have you ever cheated before?
I have not.
So, would you say for you to be able to cheat though, it would take a lot?
Yeah.
It would so. For you to cheat, would you do plans beforehand before you have sex? Would you talk to that person before? Would you build up an emotional attachment before you have sex with them?
Probably.
Men don't do that. Men can literally go sleep with somebody and come back with emotional attachment. That's why when a woman cheats, it's very we all are very against it because that means you really don't love him. You're truly over the relationship.
So
A guy can do it,
so
and he
you're
can feel that way.
saying it's okay for a man to cheat?
I never condone cheating. I never condone cheating on my channel. Here's the thing. This is what we're talking. I got to bring it back to the books thing. Okay. A lot of the things that I'm saying are descriptive.
Because not all women are the same. I might be different. They're women, but there's also women that can sleep with other men and not have that connection at all.
Yeah, that's from trauma. Yeah, but that's from trauma. 9 times out of 10, that is from trauma. For sexual woman is usually because something happened to her when she was a child. I can prove it. I can prove it. Study after study.
Men that sleep with multiple women that trying to prove you're fucking gay.
What?
Like literally.
That math ain't nothing.
What? I don't think he's gay if he sleeps around.
You're never satisfied. So like, what are you looking? You're sleeping around with so many women. Like,
because
you're never satisfied.
It's literally it comes really just trying to be so. What's the word?
Like you want to be pleased, but you can't be pleased. So obviously, you're fucking gay.
Well, here. No, that doesn't make sense. Here,
let's like break it. And what's like the naughtiest shit? Fuck man, you gay?
Okay, I'm so confused about all. But like, so do y'all believe that men and women are the same or different? Is that simple? Are we the same or are we different? You can go. We're different. Do you think men and women are the same or different?
Like
all across the board, mentally, physically, everything.
No, we're not the same.
We're not the. No. Okay, so if we're not even biologically, like our brains are different. When I'm born and you're born, our neurochemically different between men and women from birth. Okay, so if we can agree that we're different, then we can understand that cheating, sex drives, these are different. We can't look at it like women can't look at men and be like, oh no, if it's that way for me, that's how it is for you. No, we're different. We're completely different. And this whole idea that we're the same is called blank slateism, and it's a huge issue today in psychology. In evolutionary psychology field hates it because you can't sit here and we're the same across the board. There's a reason why women do amazing therapy just talking about things. Example, my girl, when she comes home from work and she's really worried about something, she needs to talk to me about it. She loves to talk about the type of drama or whatever's going on. She needs to by talking. Men like to go to the gym. Men like to do hobbies. Men like to do physical. That's how we release stress and anger inside of us. So the problem today is we like the blank slate. We like to think that cheating is the same, sex is the same, everything's the same. It's not the same. I have 7 testosterone levels of y'all. You have 12 or whatever of testosterone in y'all. I have 700, 800. Some guys have 1200.
So what are you getting at?
What I'm getting at, so 17, so testosterone is to horniness. We're not the so my testosterone peaks based off of things like if a hot girl walks in the room, if I'm about to fight a guy, my testosterone levels will peak based off of environmental influences. The way a woman works is y'all's shout to hormonal. Y'all are a wave based off of your period cycle. So 2 weeks after your period, whenever y'all are ovulating, super horny, super fucking high estrogen. That's what makes y'all want to fucking stuff like that. But we're not the same. I'm going to have constant levels going off all and based off of environmental influence. We are going to have very, very steady waves going up and down all the time.
And the point of all of those facts are like
that we have sex differently. I can impregnate 100 women in 10, 20 days. A woman can only have one child every 30 days. So we have two completely different sex strategies based off of whenever we were still 100,000 years ago. Guys sleep around a lot because they have an urge to want to do it. Women have always, because y'all know that you've always been able to only every 30 days and stuff. It's way different. So shame men for things like cheating and all these things. I'm not condoning it, but I just want to understand it. The whole point of these conversations don't anything. It's to describe it and be like, okay, so why is it this way? And there's reason of it, and it all goes back to evolutionary psychology. It all goes back to when we were 100, 300,000 years ago, and there's reasons why we act certain ways. There's reasons why I pursue certain types of women. Like I'll start by this one. What is y'all's long-term mating strategy? Okay, I can tell y'all with studies what long-term mating strategies women have, but I'll actually, for the long term, the guy that you want to get married to, like your husband and stuff like that, qualities do you look for in that man? Like, what is, like, if you to find a new guy or something, what qualities you need to look for?
Honesty,
Honesty,
a hard worker, somebody who's loyal.
Into them too. You have a very soft-spoken voice.
Sorry, honesty, somebody who's loyal, hardworking, someone who has self-control, who's able to control his testosterone, his hormones, and somebody who focuses on family, and some who loves, because it's easy to say, oh, you love somebody and do this, that, and the third, but do you really know what love is?
Mm-hmm. A long-term partner, what are the things that you're looking for in him?
I think we're after this. Success and loyalty.
Just it.
Mm-hmm.
Same. Success, loyalty, respect. Like basically knowing I can count on you for everything. Basically, as she said, like love, because like you said, yeah, guys can go cheat and then they'll come back and love their wives. Like, no, I want somebody that control that and have enough where he's like, hey, I have like my woman at home. Like, I love her. Like, nothing is,
Mm-hmm.
Loyalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
because love is devotion, and you
Yes.
talk about the Bible a lot. The Bible says
Yeah,
for
1000%.
women to respect their wives, to respect their husbands, and for husbands to love their wives. Christ loved the church, and his love is devotion. His love is on the church and protecting the church, developing the church, and all of those things. That's why I was asking, like, what's your point about the testosterone?
My big point is that a lot of families are destroyed today. Nuclear families that are perfect, that have everything going perfectly, and a woman will break up with the man because she chooses to not stand him. Men and women are not the same. Y'all have tons of options, okay? Tons of options. The way the dating works for women and the way the dating works for men are completely different things. So if a guy finally gets an option from another girl, testosterone peaks, he might fall flat and mess up. But what I'm saying is those guys should be forgiven, then they're not. Because those guys, if you're willing to, because he still loves you. Now don't get me. He's having an affair, and he's fully in love with another girl, and like he's literally like y'all brought up loyalty. The reason why y'all bring up loyalty is because for hundreds of thousands of years, if y'all got a guy that wasn't loyal to you, and he ran off with another, you're screwed. You're completely screwed because then basically you and your kids are just. You're stuck in the environment. How are you going to survive? Huh? Well, no. Yeah, well, that's fine today, but we're hardwired. The software can change as much as we want. We're hardwired to certain things, and like y'all still want per day. It doesn't stop. Like it doesn't matter. Like y'all, like it's so funny because y'all would be like, oh, men want these things. Y'all still want all the same naturalistic. Like nothing's gone away. Nothing's gone away.
because the kid off with another woman, and then he runs off with the next woman.
That's what I'm trying to say. An affair is what. See, when we ask here, I'll ask y'all this then. What y'all off more? Your husband that you're with for 10 years cheating on you physically or cheating on you emotionally?
I'm gonna say it's a wrap for both.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wrap for both.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since y'all are gonna say that, the study, and this is my favorite study because the gay people, trans people, straight people, all people, okay, and across the board, gays and trans as well. Whatever, if you're born a male, men always said that they don't want a woman that's physically cheating, okay, and women always said that they're more about emotion cheating, because if he emotionally cheats, it's an affair. If he falls in love with that other cave, you're fucked. You're screwed. You and your kids are going to die. The reason I care about physical cheating is because I couldn't tell if the mine until 40 years ago. There was no way to sit there. There was no test to see if the DNA is mine of the child. So we really give a fuck about sexual loyalty. Y'all really give emotional loyalty. We're two completely creatures, and every time in these arguments, we blanks. We like say, "Oh, if he cheated, it's the same as if I cheated," and it's not. It's not. And I know that he's going to come and speak from like the Christian perspective. I want y'all to understand. I do think that the two people getting together and never cheating each other is the best. I want y'all to know the truth because today there's a lot of cheating going on and there's a lot of people acting like, oh, how did this happen? Whatever. No, I will give y'all all the secrets of how it happens, why it happened, and everything. So then you can't be stupid when it happens to you. Okay, I understand. It's because of this. Guys don't get as much options as y'all. So if y'all are with a guy who has women literally throwing themselves at him like he's a really attractive dude, in the top percentile of men, in the top 5% of men. Okay, so if you choose those type of guys that all the other girls want too, and he ends up cheating, you put yourself in that situation. And there's a lot of women that will play victims when they chose those guys. Y'all's bet is what we call a beta bucks. You're not supposed to be with the alpha. Choose the alpha for the long term, it's your fault if he ends up running away, because you know damn well that those guys with a lot of options you have to be with in the long term. The best bet for long term is a safe guy that's not you, which is usually the guy that doesn't have a lot of options.
Yeah, Lisa already confirmed that that's what she's looking for. She's gonna wear. So
yeah, she's gonna find one because yeah, she'll definitely find one.
Annoying.
I don't want like an alpha that's like with looks, like people throwing themselves at him. I want somebody that's like
Here, talk closer.
secure, like, you know, you talking about like
What do y'all bring to the table for those guys though? Like
everything.
No, there's well, no, go ahead, Rick.
I was gonna say I feel a true alpha would have self not to be able
Yes,
to.
like if you don't have stuff, you're not a true alpha.
you're
You're
not
a
a true
loser.
alpha.
So to me, it's not even about that. It's just about options, okay? And most guys don't have options. It's just a fact. Most guys do not have any girls coming towards them at all. So if you're one of those guys that has all the girls coming to him, you want him to sit there and keep his testosterone in check and his dick in check. Fine, but you look goofy if you expect that to end up happening. That's your fault. You should have never chose that guy. And a lot of women choose those guys and complain later on. You're goofy. It's like girls who end up basketball players, then like Brittany Renner. Dude, you literally chose a basketball player who travels to other cities, opportunities to fuck new girls every weekend. Why would you sit there dumb after that? She even learned her lesson and she admitted it afterwards. She literally admitted that was dumb of her choosing the basketball player.
So real quick, ladies, because Sergio mentioned this earlier, he don't condone cheating. So this is just telling you the reality of if you choose to be with a certain type of man, this is what usually comes.
Yeah,
with it.
I'm in a relationship, ladies. I don't cheat. This is my thing. I doing anything for other women in a relationship is simping. I think even when I'm not in a relationship, I don't simp. I don't like girls' pictures. I don't comment on things. Sit there and pursue women because the best women to me are the ones that come to me. Because I'm not gonna sit there and chase long and waste money and waste time.
So you want to be chased?
So you're sassy.
Yeah, men are the prize. The prize. They're absolutely like the prize. And
That's what a sassy man would.
do y'all think women are the prize?
Yes. Yes.
All of y'all think that?
Don't you think women are the prize?
I'll explain to you. So there was an island with 100 men and an island with women.
You were brought to life. Who gave birth to you?
Yeah, can I talk about this real
Yeah,
quick?
go for
Thank
it.
you very much. 100 men and say on the island with 100 women. Okay, the 100 women one has one, men has one woman. Okay, which one's first? The island with 100 women or the
So
island with
it's
100 men?
so you're basing your value into repopulation.
No, multiple things. I'm gonna give y'all four steel man. This is just the first.
Which one's gonna repopulate first?
Which one's gonna repopulate first? The one with 100 women, the one with 100 men.
One with the
With 100 women.
Mhm.
So who creates more life, men or women?
Women.
Women? How? If one guy can impregnate him and he can have all those kids, but only one woman can only get pregnant by one guy, who creates more life? In a short amount of time, men create more life. The guy who had the most kids, 888. The woman with the most kids, 69.
Okay.
It's just very simple. Men create way more life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then look at who puts the ring on your finger. Get married. Who does it? Does the man? Do y'all put the ring on the man's finger? Ring on your finger. The man puts the ring on your finger, right?
Right.
Who's the gatekeeper of relationships? Men are, right? Y'all are the gatekeepers of relationships, right?
Sure.
We're the prize if you want a relationship. You have to do what for you to get the ring. You don't get the ring just for being whatever you want, unless he's a loser, which you probably want to be with him then. The guys that y'all want, you have to do what they want. He's the prize for you to get the ring. Okay.
Not necessarily.
The guys that y'all want to marry to, you see him as a prize, or you wouldn't even want to say yes.
And then
y'all say no to the guys that aren't a prize.
Because that's why he would ask you to marry him.
Exactly.
Well, obviously it's somewhat mutual, but I still have to act a certain way though. You wouldn't even be in a relationship with if he wasn't somewhat of a prize. The thing is, he's the gatekeeper of it. You know how many girls are begging for relationships from dudes right now, and they're not gonna give it to they're not at all. Oh yeah, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. It happens all the time. There's tons of women that are trying to get certain alpha dudes to please take them seriously, and they're gonna do it because the guy's the prize. There's tons of women, your friends. Y'all might not be those girls, but I know y'all have a friend know exactly what I'm talking about. Where they're sitting here, they know he's the prize. And then also in society, what do we need more of? Masculinity or femininity? What is needed today? Absolutely need one of those two. Which one is needed?
Masculinity.
Yeah, because that's all masculine, right? Because we need y'all to go make money. We need masculinity to the economy to run. Okay, so masculinity is the prize. Masculine. Also, and how many beautiful women are there, ladies? Is there more beautiful women or is there more high value men? There's way more beautiful women than there are high value men. So because of supply and demand, he's the prize. I'm not saying all men are the prize, ladies. Don't choose the shitty ones. If you choose the shitty ones, you're right. Yeah, they ain't the prize. But if y'all choose good men, they're always the prize. They've always been the prize. God, man, woman, children. It's always been that way. Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Hurt.
I thought umbrella was God, man, woman, children.
No, I don't see it that way. Because
That might not be how
man
you
looks
see
to
it.
God and woman looks to the man.
They both look to God. That's
No.
why the woman is to respect her husband. But if the husband her to do something that's outside of the will of God, she has.
I can actually, I'll find a verse on this one. I'll see you later. It's definitely God, man, woman. It's always been those four in that order. I'll send it to you later. No, so ladies, whenever I know earlier, what do you bring to the table for like the fact that you want?
Everything.
No, tell me some more.
Some
Like,
tangible things. What are tangibles?
Like, what do I bring to the table? Like I'm a money maker. Cook, clean. I can
you can do all of it.
I
Cool.
can do all of it.
Same.
If my man's taking care of me, take care of him in ways that a man needs to be taken care of.
What do you think?
He asked the question.
What do you bring? I'm guessing you bring a lot to the table because you're married.
For sure.
You did a lot right.
I guess if I can generalize the answer, mostly just I don't know, helping.
Thing?
Yeah, because need help.
Men need help.
They do.
Would you say you're complimentary to your man?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's all that matters, just being complimentary. That's all I wanted to ask that for. Do see yourselves get a relationship over like the next like 6, and if you did, is he gonna be the type of guy that you're going to fully put yourself into, or is it going to be a relationship where like you're the leader and he's kind of on the side? Your next relationship, like, what's your goal for that?
Obviously not, because I'm, like I said, dating intently.
Yeah.
And that's not what I'm looking for anymore.
You don't want to be the leader anymore.
We're working through that.
No, I could tell, like your femininity is shining right now.
But no, yeah, I don't know. Wait, what was the question?
I was wondering, like, if the next guy that you talk to, are you gonna try to do like, are you gonna try to be the leader and be masculine with him, or are you gonna try to like fall into your role?
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
What about you?
I feel like I want to meet a guy that's a leader too, and like we both be leaders.
Yeah.
But be like a little bit more of a leader than me, you know.
Okay.
And then like, you know, like I want to both be leaders. He can be more of a leader, but like I'm still gonna be a leader.
Oh my God! Do you want a boss babe?
What's wrong with the boss babe?
Nothing wrong with it. It's just me. But I think whenever
Because
we're
men are
Are you
intimidated.
guys intimidated by women that make their own
Man, this
money?
shaming men language
Dude.
is strong. It's
I
so
feel like in
Jesus.
order for men really feel like they deserve that position, they actually have to be the provider.
Correct.
They have to
And
know
there's
that
not a
they're
lot of
serving
men out
Correct.
there.
Yeah, there's a very small percentage. Yeah.
Yes, like you said, like, you know, he's of the people that are successful, blah blah. There's not a lot of men, like especially my age, or like nowadays that like they're literally losers. Like they're not, you know.
Well, how many guys make $1,000 a year, really quick? Do y'all know? What's
Nobody
any
that I
idea?
know.
Any idea? Can just somebody throw out 1%, like an idea of what
Probably
you think?
three.
You think 3% of men make $100,000 a year? That's small.
Yeah.
Probably because men are losers.
No, so 18%. But in that 15%, it's like all different types of styles, like old, young, overweight, underweight, everything. Like you're gonna have to choose between the percent of all those different things of guys that are six-figure earners. So that's why the guys that y'all want all is because there's barely that many guys that make six figures, and then for them to look how y'all want them to look, be 6'2" or whatever.
The last, I feel like looks is like
The last thing that matters.
yeah, it's like you just have to be doable, be respectful, like
That is true.
you
Like
know,
one of my
be a
favorite books
provider,
talks
be
about
like, you know,
there's a lot of things y'all are into.
I was gonna say, yeah, just to go back to something that she was saying. I think whenever we're talking about masculinity and femininity within a relationship, I see it as a vacuum in the sense, masculine, or there's going to be voids in the relationship. So the man may be more feminine, the woman may be more masculine, but they're always going to try to be this equilibrium. So if you have a man that is going to be, let's just use numbers. So let's say it's 50-50, and you have a man that's now only 30% masculine because of the relationship, that woman will just fill
Naturally
70%
of the masculine role.
Yeah.
So, but what I've noticed, at least in my relationships, is if leading with my masculinity, set the expectation of this is who I am, with or without you, then that woman is free to just completely be in her feminine, and then she doesn't have to worry about becoming like. I think going back to what you said about trauma. I think women try to become the men that hurt them so that they hurt themselves again.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
and that's where you do that kind of inner healing work as a woman, or as a man. Then like you can then fall into those polarity roles, and you're going to attract a masculine man. But if you are a more masculine woman, you are going to attract a more feminine. Those relationships are always looking. If you are 7% masculine, you're going to find a 30% man. Yeah, feminine man. Those things are going back and forth. So if you want a leader, if you want that high value, masculine man who's at 95%,
you have to be acting like a feminine woman.
Like a feminine woman.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So being like a boss babe, like it's not acting like a
No.
Is that masculine?
Why not? Because like
It's
women,
type A personality.
So
It's just like there's type A and there's type B. Type A personality is very like assertive,
Right.
confident, aggressive. And those are all great traits to have
Yeah, why
when
is
you're a
that
business
bad?
owner. You're a business owner. Great
It's
for being a
not.
business owner. It's not good
It's not
whenever your team.
It's not.
Wouldn't you want that from a partner?
yeah,
Because
why would a woman like
if we're trying to be on a team and we're like always constantly like working together on things, I don't want somebody that I disagree with or that I argue with all the time.
Not
So,
necessarily.
I don't-
But why can't you guys both be? It's not about competing. It's about building together.
so like usually what ends up happening though is certain things happen in the household. Like certain instances, I've lived with 4 girls, okay, and
Damn.
thank you. But so it's like I'm 32 years old.
Those, like,
yeah, I fucked up a lot of relationships before I got to the one that I'm in for sure. I definitely was never good in relationships. Fucked up a lot. But like so whenever it comes to dynamics though, usually what ends up happening if you're the alphas or you both think that you're the right one in an instance, you end up turning into arguments. Whereas if it's usually like, you know what, you're always the expert at this, I'm conceding every time to you. So like my girl, I'll give you all an example. Like only one person drives the car. Like I'm not the leader, like I said, like 90-10 like that. It's 51% for you. I'm just the one who drives the car. And like the thing is, you go to the grocery store, I'm not driving the car. She knows way more than I do which meats we should buy, which one's the best price, or whatever's best for us. I suck at that shit. I'm horrible at it.
Yep.
Do you think I'm gonna sit there and argue with her and be like, nope, let's get the pork chops? This like what the fuck I'm doing? Like
she's
no,
her own
like,
business.
It's
so-
about
so-
guys help each other.
but like
in
but
different-
happening in a lot of relationships though, when it comes to money, is that it gets unequal, because what it is when y'all make money, it's for self. When a man makes money, it's for the family. So what usually ends up happening, y'all don't like 50-50 shit. Y'all want a guy, but you want to only pay $100 towards rent, or you only want to do the groceries, or you only want to cover bills, or something to those.
Girl, like
It's-
a true
it's-
alpha is gonna like
Exactly. So it's
be
not.
intimidated
So
by
y'all want it to be equal, but then you don't want it to be equal. That's what doesn't make sense. Okay. So if y'all want it to be that equal, if you're a leader too, and you're just as badass as I am, okay, then split the rent 50-50 then. Split all the bills 50-50 then. But y'all don't want that. Y'all don't. So if you're gonna make me have all the responsibility,
I'm honestly down. Pay for the rent, pay the bills, I'll let it travel. Like fuck, like
well,
you
like if you want me to have all the responsibility, authority, that's just slavery. That's
Because, like,
literally just
Nobody's
slavery.
saying have
As a
no
man-
authority.
Huh?
Yeah.
Like
That's
nobody's
not
saying
giving
that
away
you
your
don't have any
authority.
It's on my responsibility though. I'm paying for all the bills. I have a bulk of the majority of the responsibility. Okay, if I have a bulk of the majority of the responsibility, I have no authority with that. That is slavery. It's the same as a guy moving in with a girl that has a child, and he's a stepfather, and him having no authority over that child, and she can leave even though he's in love with her and he loves that kid, and he has authority at all. He has all the responsibility. He's paying rent. He's doing all this stuff to make sure her and the kids' lives are great, but he has no authority. That is slavery, and that is what a lot of relationships are today. Is y'all want the guy to have all responsibility, but none of the authority with it.
like, that's how you're the alpha male. You want to take care of me, right?
I
Like,
will,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'll say that in the way me and Sergio may disagree on how we find leadership and stuff within a relationship. This is just my opinion. So when I think of male leadership in relationship, if I'm a good man and I actually respect and love my girlfriend, whatever, then I am going to get to know her, understand her preferences, and then all of my decision making is going to be sacrificial in the sense where it's going to be best for her. That's so, but the problem is when that there's a control in a wrestling match and you try to take that control away. I don't have the opportunity to, if you want to talk about biblical stuff, I don't have an opportunity to serve with my leadership because she is not, I don't want hostages. I don't want somebody to let me be a man. I want somebody who's going to naturally do that. But the thing is, they have to understand trust is built between a man and a woman. And so now if I'm leading the relationship, you have that confidence in me that goes, yeah, whatever he wants is fine, because every other time that I've given control over to him, he's done what's best for me. And then over time, that trust, you don't even think about it. You don't even want the control because you're like, oh no, like I don't see it. I don't see why he's doing things this way. But you know what? The other time we've had an argument, he's always done with me. That, I think that's the dynamic in a relationship. When we talk about leader, this is not about hoarding or lording over people or making people slaves or making people listen to me because I'm the alpha man and that's and banging my chest and just the is insecurity. Those men do exist and it's a real thing. But if we want to actually talk about what real masculinity is, real masculinity goes, yes, I'm the leader, but every decision I'm making is going to be self-sacrificial for my girlfriend or wife and then event kids.
Yeah, it's not chauvinism. Like you understand. I don't think that I'm my girl at everything. Like the thing is, we're complementary. She's way better than me at a lot of things. She's a beast at crocheting. I'm never gonna be better than her at crocheting. Okay. So it's not that like I said, it's 51-40. I don't want you to think that like everything that I'm saying means that the guy is just hovering over his girl and like pulling over them.
That's what it sounds
But
like.
that's what a lot of
But
men
that's
do,
but that's
though.
because you're like
you gotta
picturing
say-
it that way. But
because that's what happens.
No.
I think
A
that's
lot
what
of women-
I think that's what broken men do. And so the question in the masculine world is how do you become a man? because there is a lot of broken men, and they're jumping into these relationships with you. All have these expectations of your grandfather, what your dad was like, and a lot of men aren't living up to that standard. And then you're looking around going, where are these? Well, they're there. You just have to attract it. Well, how do you attract that kind of man? Well, you step into your feminine. You step in.
What value to you two does a woman bring to a relationship? Because you say the bill's 50-50 and men are slaves and all those kind of things. But when home, they take care of the kids, they take care of the house. Those are not easy. So if we were to do
like men just want control. That's what it's been
all
sounding
control.
like.
Yeah, it's all control. It's not for y'all's best interest at all.
At all. With the bills, if we were to do 50-50, is there going to be 50-50 with everything as well? Because that's what I'm.
That's what's goofy though, is that women will choose these guys that are because they're 50-50 men. They're the type of girl that was raised in this feminist society and told, hey, 50-50 is how it is now. Everybody should do this. They end up in a relationship with a guy like that, and because any guy that accepts that or wants is excited about that is a loser. Because if he knew how badass he was, he wouldn't even encourage those types of things. Women put themselves into these situations because he lied to y'all and said this is now, this is how it should be, this is better. In reality, you're hardwired to hate that shit. And some women fight acquiring for a long time until it's stopped.
If a woman, let's say, okay, I know y'all, we talk our estheticians and you do hair and business owners. And if let's say my wife or girlfriend or whatever was a business owner, I would never can't own that business. Like if that's her thing, but I want to create a situation where she have to. That's the thing.
It's a choice.
It's a choice that you can make. But if I'm doing my job, the problem is that you have the economy is in such now with inflation and everything else. For most people, a two-income household is necessary.
Smaller.
So these women are not taking these career jobs because they want to. A lot of them are taking them because they have to, and that's not okay. And that's good. And what I'm saying, if that's what you're passionate about and that's what you want to do, I don't think that like an actual man would be like, no, you have to stay home and take care of the kids. Are there men that are like that? Yeah, I don't think that's not where I'm coming from on this. But so if you have a career, great. It's almost like, why are you? How do I want to say this? Like, does it affect the relationship, right? And so if you have,
do you bring that home?
Do you bring the energy home? Because you guys talked about what
the masculine energy that you use at work to make money.
Yes.
That the type A personality that you have to be a hustler and become successful. Do you bring that shit home?
But wouldn't you want your wife or your partner to be successful, and wouldn't you want to push her to be like
I want her to be happy,
successful
and happy is fine if it's coming from a place of this is what I want to do, not I've got not the trauma response of the wall that says I've got to take self because I can't trust any man to do so.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10 it's a trauma response. Like it's not because y'all wanted to. I guarantee y'all, if y'all could, if the economy was better, y'all would be doing what she's doing right now, having a great family and having kids.
But
Huh?
But
here's the thing: you in a business though. Like my girlfriend could start a crochet business tomorrow. I'm not going to tell her to stop. She's already done it. She's done multiple things. There's nothing wrong with doing things. Like we said, it's about is it priority? Because the thing is, at the end of the day, my girl understands.
It's more about fulfillment.
That's fine, and that's fine. You could do it to fulfill yourself. But today, it's like if you end up having a husband and y'all decide that y'all want to have kids, y'all want to have 2 or 3 kids. Okay, do you plan to nanny watch your kids? Do you plan on sending your kids to a nursery when they're babies so you can go work?
No, but I plan having employees to run my
business
but that I can be.
And that's fine, and that's totally fine. But the whole point of the work thing is that what is your plans? Because a lot of women aren't ready for that question. The question, they're like, yeah, I don't know. But if you're a business owner, yeah, you could do that.
Yeah,
but most women aren't going to be able to do that.
Will literally, I won't have to have a nanny because I do want to be there with my family.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing to worry about. If you want to have a family and kids with him one day, the first thing he's going to think if he really whether that's raising his kids is he's going to be like, oh wait, is she in a position where she's going to be able to watch the kids? Yes, I guess yeah. Since you're that's great. What I'm saying though is that when you try to find a guy that's happy about those, he's like, yes, she's a business owner. That means we'll be able to do this. Then he might be the type of guy that's a loop, and he's excited about that because he wants to buy you. That's where it's scary. That's where it's scary. This is the thing. Y'all are all like, I want a guy who's a leader also. Like you keep saying this. Like I'm a badass. I need a guy badass. But whenever y'all get older, whenever you get to 30, okay, it's gonna get harder and harder and harder for you. You think 30-year-old's gonna want you? The 30-year-old guy's gonna want to be with you, or the old version of yourself? Why would he want to be with you? The one that's been through more trauma, more relationships, more bullshit. The one that's like had more bodies. The one that like fucked around. Why would he want that over a 21-year-old version of you?
But you could
he wants control. Like he wants to control the 20-year-old.
You could say the same about younger women with older men. A majority of the reason younger women get with older men is only because they have money.
So it's still drive for a guy to want to be with a younger woman because y'all have femininity and youth.
He can want that for sure, but he only wants him because he has much money.
Right. Oh well, I mean that's just crazy. Just crazy to
men literally just want control. A true alpha male is not gonna be scared like. You know,
the shaming language has been crazy.
Dude, come on now, like.
Well, no, but because ladies, I mean, I have a girlfriend, so like, I mean.
So you want to? You want to control?
They stay the same age.
I mean, I like
to find anybody your age.
Actually, I had plenty of girls that were begging to be with me.
The four that you lived with.
Can I talk? Can I respond? Can I respond really quick? So I didn't want. They were all crazy and ignore and they go like dude. Older women who have a lot of trauma are the worst women to date. Literally, hands down, the worst women. A young woman, you're looking for something as a man. I'm looking for something called burning, genuine desire. Okay, a girl that's just kind of liking me, or she just wants to settle for me, or anything like that. Burning, genuine desire, and the only way you get burning, genuine desire is from usually women that hand that to a bunch of other guys. They still know how to have love, and a lot of women that have been hurt many over and over and again, they have no more burning, genuine desire, and that's fine. I don't blame them. Like they can go do what they want, but I'm gonna find a woman who has burning, genuine desire. So what, you the guy, if he sleeps around a lot, isn't it gonna have burning genuine anymore? No, I'm serious. I actually agree with you. If a guy sleeps around too much, he will definitely have a hard time falling in love and having that true burning desire again. I agree with you. So what?
What I mean, like, is like that's sort of a double standard. Well, standard because a man says woman who doesn't sleep around a lot, but you say that men having a certain bond doesn't really matter. But he's out here sleeping with women.
Would you say that there's would you say that there's a lot of doubles in the world?
For sure.
Why? Because the world is sexist. The thing is super sexist. Like I said, y'all have privileges at 20 that I would never have at 20 years old. And I have privileges at 30 that y'all will never have at 30. Okay, we're opposites. The sections are completely different. So yeah, there is double standards. I'm sorry, I can't fix them. That's I don't complain. I don't cry about reality. I look at reality and I say, okay, this is how shit is. How do I use my tool belt to move through this reality?
Okay, but that's kind of me because you're saying that now, but before you were saying things trying to get us to understand, like for instance, a man.
Do you want me to explain to you why?
Go ahead.
So like, what was your original question? You were asking like, why is the double standard for guys to be able to sleep around, but a woman can't? No, that wasn't. What was it specifically? My question is, you say that. Because you're bringing the double standards.
I kind of lost my train of thought.
You're bringing up the double standards. They're asking me, like, why is that one a double standard?
My point of double standards was that you're telling us, basically, you're saying the world's very messed up. You're trying to say, well, men have a lot of testosterone, so if they cheat, we need to understand. Women get with the alpha male, they need to understand. So it's like. No,
yeah, I'm saying if you're gonna choose those guys, you might understand why they're that way. You don't have to choose them. I told y'all, your dating strategy is the beta bucks, dude. That % man, the normal guy that's not gonna run away after you get pregnant by him. And but most women don't want those guys. They want to fuck the fucking Chad their own. Like, my fault that women choose that.
Why would you want to fuck a loser? Like,
I mean, not everyone thinks those guys are losers. Some women like having just a nice guy to have sex with. Like, I'm sorry.
You said the beta what?
Beta bucks. Because women usually want a guy that's
like a feminist man?
No. A beta bucks is a beta provider. He's a guy that's going to be a good provider. He makes good money, but he's not going to run away. He's not going to mute. He's a guy that doesn't have a lot of options. Maybe you're his only option, and he's not going to run. He's not going to run away. The best bet for you, for the long term. That's the best thing you can do. The alpha guy could run away. He could get pregnant and leave right after. You choose that because he's.
I'm looking
I
into
don't
your
even-
eyes right now, and I see
What?
you're doing.
No,
What am
like-
I doing? Tell me.
It's
like
not
you're-
everything is about looks though. Like
No, I know everything's not about looks, but if y'all
you
are
keep
gonna
going
lie to
to
me
looks,
because we're
like
on a live.
somebody that's sexy.
Well,
sexy.
Well, live panel. So if I asked y'all certain questions, y'all are never gonna answer fucking correctly. But I can look at Dr. David Buss's book, Evolution of Desire,
Fuck his
and
book.
his study across 37 cultures, the women in Scandinavian countries, the most equal countries in the world, to people in tribes in New Guinea. Okay, and we can see men like certain, women like certain things. Women like a 1.8 shoulder to waist ratio. Men like a woman with a 1. I think it's 1.5 or 1.3 waist to hip ratio. There's certain things that we can look at people like. Y'all could deny it, and that's fine. I know that for short term, there's certain things that y'all like, and there's long term things that y'all like. A lot of y'all blend those two and say, "Oh, the short term guy, I like long term features," and no, you don't. Like, what's crazy is like if that was true, and then y'all would like. Wait, I mean, how's the best of this? Look, y'all reinforced it and made it what it was. So like a lot of women go fuck Brad the bartender, okay, and then they wonder why fucking like that guy who they fucking brought them flowers on and they didn't give him a chance. That nice, they wonder why the nice guy turns evil after 5-10 that happens to him, and he turns into Brad. Well, because y'all kept choosing this fucking loser dude to fuck. You made this other guy wait 3 months. And you didn't like him. He was being nice. Y'all turn nice guys bad boys all the time.
And men turn women into women with trauma. Create their
But
provide for
it's a
themselves.
but women don't have to open their legs though. It starts with women opening their legs. If y'all open your legs, y'all would be fine. But every woman wants to make.
Can't deceive women into there are
Men are liars for all of history, for thousands of years. Who helped for men? Your fathers, your brothers, and your uncles, because you're on your own. Y'all want to know why women are getting finesse at the bar now than ever? Because you have no fucking help. You got no figures in your life to tell you what to look out for.
And men don't have male figures to show them how to be a man.
Exactly.
Okay, this all goes back. Okay,
Men get like
Here.
raised in like single
Hold on.
home.
Hold on. Let me bring this all back to something. Okay, this all comes down to a misunderstanding of one basic thing. Okay, women are the vulnerable sex. Men are disposable. Okay. For all of we could die in a war. Fucking literally half of our tribe dies in a war. It doesn't, because the tribal leader and all the guys still left that are alive can impregnate most of the women. It doesn't matter. Men are disposable. It's okay when men die. It's all way, because even in hunting, a guy went out and killed a woolly mammoth, but the woolly mammoth stepped on him while he was trying to kill him. It's okay. Hey, you'll find another guy to help take care of you. Women have always been the vulnerable sex that we protect, and we make sure that y'all don't die. Because like I said, if y'all die, the whole fucking tribe can go down. We always have protected the vulnerable women, and men always been disposable. So the reason why so many men ain't shit today, if we look at studies, if we look at IQ levels, there's a lot of men that are retarded, and then a lot of men that are really smart, and then there's some in the middle. For women, there's a fuck ton in the middle. Very few that are fucking stupid, and very few that are really smart. The same. Because men are disposable, there's a lot of us that are really big waste of fucking time. Huge waste of time, and a lot of women end up with those guys on accident. And y'all just got to realize that we're completely different. There's a lot of average women, and then a lot of really shitty dudes, and a lot of really good dudes, and you're picked between all that shit. Makes it very hard.
So I want to first ask Brian, because I had some question to ask, but Brian, our guest, had anything to add before we.
On this, I mean, I think that this is one of the reasons why I think fatherhood and the epidemic of fatherlessness is the greatest in the country. Like you can track almost all of the issues in this country back to deadbeat dads or kids that were raised by single moms or anything else, because Sergio, it was the uncles, it was the fathers, the older brothers that said, hey, my 16, 17, 18-year-old sister, daughter, niece, or whatever, hey, that guy you're doing, I know what he's doing, and I see it. So, but if there's no masculinity in the home, then who's going to
protect you?
You're not going to know.
It's called mate guarding.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Your brother in here?
He said, "Let them girls speak."
Oh yeah, we coming to y'all right after this.
His name.
But and this back to I don't blame you. You have to play the adult. right? You don't get to choose if your dad took off. You don't get to choose it if you don't have good men in your life. And so life is hard, and this is like for me when I talk about starting a family. When I'm thinking, believe it or not, I'm thinking 200, 300 years from now, because I'm going, okay, I inherited a lot of trauma. There was a lot of bad men in my family line. Okay, so what can I do in 2023 to make sure in 2022, 23 that those girls, my great granddaughter, are going to have good men in their life and are going to have good things that are going to get passed down. So this happen so that they have that support that they need. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Donnie?
Cool. I got a question. I want to back up just a tad bit. So something that I've heard, whenever the initial question came up, as far as what do you bring to the table, it was intangible things such as I bring everything, and then we asked, what are more intangible things that you bring to a table to a long-term ship? And I always hear this often on them. I genuinely want to know if you were looking for a traditional man that pays all the bills. What is you being able to make me? How is that going to benefit him?
Start with you.
I feel like we're gonna build like more.
Because of you coming in?
No, well yeah, I guess. But I'm gonna
if he's paying if he's a traditional man. Remember, you're not having 50-50.
Okay, so not 50-50 at all. But I'm gonna like take care of everything like a
What is your
traditional cook, clean me.
Right.
But
where does
cool.
money go?
I mean,
his money goes
to
providing
you.
for all of us. providing for all of us and his.
This is why we don't care about your career, because your career does nothing, absolutely nothing for him.
He should be happy with me happy as a true alpha male. With what makes me happy. I want to be successful just in case.
You want a girl that fully relies on 100%.
Like if we have kids, I want like our kids well off, like I'm gonna do this, like take
so
care
what are
of
you doing with your money then that's gonna help the kids?
I mean, personally, as a married
saving,
woman,
building even more. If he has a business and I have a business, and we're older and stuff, and our kids grow up, like those are gonna be for our kids.
So
like,
and you'll sign a prenup that all your stuff is your stuff, and all his stuff too?
No, he's a man, so he needs to be able to provide and do what makes me happy.
Yeah, so
that's what it's all
she's
about,
the prize,
man.
guys, yeah.
So it's fine, like, because I mean the career is totally fine. I mean, each guy to each their own.
Why would you want like a
Well, the thing is, so ultimately, whenever asking about like what do you want, what do you think of a man that wants a relationship, or what do you bring to the table? That's like Lisa here. You're an esthetician. You
I'm a
have.
cosmetologist.
I'm sorry, what was that?
A cosmetologist.
Cosmetologist.
I'm the esthetician.
Okay. Cool. So let's just say you have an employee under you though that does eyebrows, eyelashes. You need an employee that does that, but you have somebody bringing in a resume in and saying, "Yeah, I can flip fucking burgers." Well, how the fuck that gonna benefit me, right? So it's just like in a relationship, it's just kind of like thinking through, like, okay, what does my significant other or potential who I want my significant other, what do they value in a relationship? And does your money to that man? Probably not. If it does, Sergio said it can be a little scary, is all that Sergio's saying, because the fact that he rely on your money. He may be looking for you to some kind of financial aid for him, which is something, honestly, I'm pretty sure each one of y'all would say, I'm not looking to do that. Right?
Yeah, no.
Right. So what's the point of your money is what we're talking about. There's nothing wrong with having a career. I think it's dope.
Yep.
Go ahead and get it. Go and do things that you love, but don't bring in and well, this is gonna benefit. Why? Like, I mean,
yeah,
that's all. That's all
for
we're just saying.
Usually,
like she keeps saying, like building for the family. It's not for me. It's literally for us. Income comes together. We become.
She's trying to do that. She's trying to keep the money for herself.
Because you keep saying like,
if she does keep the money for herself, if it's for her beauty or whatever it may be, men are visual.
If I'm gonna make you look good. Yes, and I'm gonna make you look good. And you keep saying like, no, I want a woman that's to me, blah blah. So why does it matter if I have a career and I'm making money, keeping it for myself? Because you want that either way. You want somebody to submit to you and you be the only one that's free, right? So if I bring in money, why does it matter if I want it for myself? Like, so you keep saying men want like somebody that oh, submit to me, blah, blah, all this stuff. So like if you do date a woman that business and like makes her own money, why does it matter if she wants to keep her own money? Because you want somebody that's like
I mean, what makes a man feel special is knowing that you're getting something that nobody else
Yeah,
gets.
like what you
Like
said.
like like.
Make more money than me then. Like go harder. Like
Oh no, I agree. I don't think a guy
be
should
the number
ever.
one. Like don't let me be the number one.
Hold up. Let's pause the show. So hey, one of the things that we talked about at the very beginning of the show was the rules. And whenever I went over mine, I said respect the podcast, respect the platform, respect our guests. And I don't see that coming from us. Whenever I'm hearing all the side comments, like, we just broke. Are you talking about us, or you just talking about in general?
I said y'all like broke bitches. I didn't talk. I didn't say that.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I want to double check because yeah, I don't play that kind of shit.
No, I think to clarify, like a woman has her own money is great. That's cool. That's cool. But it's really not it's not something you would put on a resume. Like if you were to put on a resume, it doesn't really move the needle for me either way. If there's a
The
woman,
more successful the guy, I would say it moves it less and less and less.
and if a woman has an amazing business, and that's awesome, and I'm really happy for you, but it's not going to move the needle on attraction for me. Like if you have that, cool, and that's your life. I'm not like I won't tell you to do your thing, and especially if there's no on the table. I have no place to really tell you what you can and can't do. You know, that is your money. What I think what the point is that if I'm in a relationship, if I'm married to a woman, like she's gonna be taken care of. Then the question becomes, and if she wants to go have that business, great. But this goes back to what we were saying earlier. It's the attitude that would come with being a boss, babe. And I hate all the terms like the alpha, beta, leta, like all that bullshit. Like stupid. But I think that there are good men and there are bad men and there are good women and there are bad women, basically. And
I would say that there's high value men, and
Sure.
quality men.
Sure.
Okay, and y'all can. There's quality men out here, tons of high quality men. They don't get picked though. They usually
High
women
quality
usually
in what perspective?
high quality men. They don't cheat. They don't lie.
Do they
They're
make
good
money?
men. No, I mean no high quality man. Like can't be high value and high quality, but that's a fucking unicorn. But yeah, you can find a guy that's high value and quality, but he's a unicorn. But
That's why
no,
I'm still single. I'm like I know the right one. Is out there for me.
but what's the percentage difference between men and women in America? Y'all think
as far as
I know there are more women. Than
there's
men,
more?
for sure.
But what do you think it is? 55, 45, like 640? Like what do you if you could guess? 60-40, you think? What do you think the population difference for men and women is in America?
I don't know.
No idea.
I feel like the same, like 60-40.
You think it's 60-40? What do you think?
51-49, isn't it?
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfectly down. I like to ask that to like because sometimes women are like, oh, there's so many women. It's like no, it's like perfectly down the middle. There's like it's not that there's more women or anything like that.
So I'm curious. For our your lady that's actually married. I'm sorry. What? Cry. So I wanted your on that, about what I was just taught, as far as, a woman making money, nothing wrong with the woman making money. But whenever the question's asked, like, what do you bring to the table, like, and if you're in a traditional marriage, I mean,
How does making money
yeah, as a woman, yeah, if you were saying, oh, what do you bring to that marriage? What do you bring to provide to that man?
Like money wise? I'm not getting your question.
Yeah, if you're saying money, I make money. Like, what would that bring to a marriage if you're in a traditional home where, such as yourself, your husband pays for everything?
Well, I guess in my situation, my husband, he pays the bills kind of things. I go to work, I buy things for the kids, like go to the store and want to buy a plant, get
Anything you want.
hair, yeah, that kind of thing.
But you and the kids though, you also buy groceries with it and stuff, right?
Sure,
Wait. You said plant?
like a plant.
Yeah, sometimes they want plants,
Or a
bro.
flower.
Let them get their plant house, bro.
Right.
That's fine. I
Or
like
buy,
plants
like
for my house.
plant
It's fine.
vegetables, whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
No, that's good stuff. Hi, Donnie.
Oh no, I was just curious because the chat was asking, like, hey, let the married ladies.
Yeah, no,
you know,
like
give her thoughts.
I wanted to ask, I wanted to wait for her to be back for this next one, but I'll just ask really quick. Is there, or at least for you, when it comes to like getting a guy and stuff like that, with that you're gonna have a hard time by like finding him as you get older, or do you think it's gonna get easier for you to find that guy? Talk a little closer to the mic if you can.
that it would get maybe I don't know, honestly. I would hope that it'd get easier.
Do you think that when you're 30, a 30-year-old guy's gonna like you're gonna be with a guy that's the same age as you or older,
I like older for sure.
like 5, 10,
Yeah.
5 or 10 years?
Mhm.
Okay. And like whenever you do that's like that, do you think that it's gonna be easier to like lock him down at your age, or would it be easier when 22?
I mean, I would get to be easier. I mean, I don't know. It depends on what guy really is.
If he wants your career and stuff, if he likes the fact that you have your job together
and
and
the
stuff.
experience and just like everything comes with it. Like a lot of younger female, like you said, haven't been through as much, but I don't know. I just feel like the knowledge and like I don't know.
Yeah. One of the last things I want to ask, what do y'all think your purpose is?
Like in life.
Yeah, in life, what's your purpose?
I guess like right now this is to be a wife and a mom, but over would say my purpose is to do the will of God.
Do the will of
Do
God.
everything I can to glory of the Lord.
What's your purpose, bro?
Honestly, man, my purpose right now is to keep building my life, and everything that goes for me goes back to legacy. So, like I said, like what am I doing right now that's going to affect my direct family line in 200 years? I want to pass down generational wealth. I want to break generation curses, like we talked about, and deal with my shit, and really just build something bigger itself. And there's gonna be hundreds and hundreds in the next few hundred years, hopefully, that are back and be like, Grandpa Brian did this, and this, and so we can have this, and that to me that I hope 90 years old and I'm sitting in a rocking chair. There's 150 people in the room, and they're all there because I made good choices. That to me is successful life. I'm happy at that. I don't think anybody's gonna give a crap about what was my Q3 2022 sales. That ain't gonna matter. But they're gonna know, okay, I'm 90. Grandpa Brian in 2023 he did this. Passed this down to my dad, and now because my dad, that mentality that shapes everything that I want to do with my life.
No, that's a good purpose. What do you think your purpose is?
My purpose.
Talk a little closer to the mic. Thank you.
I think my purpose is to kind of same as him, break curses and just generational wealth for the family, and yeah.
Yeah. What's yours?
Same. Like I want to break generational curse, break generational trauma, and then bring generational wealth. Like set up like my future family success, and just like know for them to live happy and just yeah.
No, that's good. Just so y'all all know, you need to be maxing out your 401ks, IRAs, HSAs at least $20 a year right now to have $6 million retire in 30 years, which is what we're going to need with inflation.
Yes.
So I hope y'all are all putting away 20 grand into y'all's tax accounts right now.
Get your life insurance. Your life insurance.
Yeah, or get your life insurance policies. But no, the reason
check, nigga.
so the reason that is because y'all so like ladies, for me and him, or for in general, I say there's like a moral law and a natural law of like what your purpose usually is. And for like me as a man, like if I got to like 45, 50ish and say like I didn't do my life, say I just worked a 9 to 5 and I didn't do anything. Like I didn't build nothing, start a business. I didn't do anything crazy with my life. I would be very, very depressed. I even have anxiety right now, that I'm not doing anything, and knowing that my future. But no, if I made it to 50, I would be depressed as hell, thinking about the past, thinking about all that time that I had, and I did nothing with it. So for me as a man, build things to fulfill my purpose. My purpose is men things. That's why you want to create your business. That's why you want to create all the jobs, because it's the things that you're going to be able to leave your family, that you're going to be remembered for as a man. The things that we do, the things that we create, things we build, or the things we invent. For men, though, there's a natural and moral law that goes back to that y'all's purpose is to have children. And women that make it to 50 years old, if we look at the SAS demographics right now, or the people with antidepressants, it's 45 and up, single. So one of the main reasons for this show is because I don't want y'all to be stuck single forever. The powers that be make money off us love y'all being single. They make way more money off of it. The the best thing that y'all needs to get into a family and to have children, so then when y'all are 40 and 50 years depressed, you're not sad about what could have happened. And you're like I said, y'all's eggs run out. It's not the same for a guy. It's unfair. It's unfair. It's so fucking bad for y'all. Truly do.
Treatments though.
Huh?
There's like stuff that you
Yeah, well, Jennifer Aniston did that, and it was still too late for her. So you can't always do that. Like you can freeze your eggs and you do those things, but it just doesn't always work out. Like as Jennifer Aniston being an example. So
That's not a woman's goal to have children, though.
I know. I'm just
still
saying
have
on a
your
moral, naturalistic level that this is y'all's purpose. I'm not saying it's on all levels. It's just on those two levels. This is a woman's purpose. Just like how my purpose. I'm sorry. I don't think that I have to be a creator to be happy in 40, 50. I don't think that's fair. But it's just the truth about being. Just like how it's just the truth about being. And the thing that's truly gonna make you happy is when you're 70, 80 years old. He's 80 years old. He's talking here and seeing everybody around him. It's the same for y'all. Seeing a bunch of family that you came out of you, bunch of great, like that doesn't come from from sitting there doing you, being a boss or being like single your entire life. I want y'all to be bosses. Like I totally think that you have to be able to take care of yourself today because of men that can.
Correct.
So I want y'all to do that. But it's like what he was saying. Just rest in your femininity sometimes. I also agree, like what y'all are all saying. When the guy is in his masculine role, you fall into your feminine. But there's very few men that are in their masculine role. And I just want y'all to be able to find it. And since there's so few of them, that's the only reason why I bring up the cheating thing, okay? Because like the thing is, I don't condone it. I don't do it in my personal relationships. I'm not the shit. But I'm just saying that if you're married to somebody for 10, 20 years, y'all built a life together, y'all have children, a family together, okay? There's a difference. Like I said, when y'all cheat, it's over. Are probably you're emotionally having or you ever physically had an affair. A man is not the same. So just because the reason why I bring that point up is that because a lot of women choose these type of guys, and it's kind of go one of two ways. Either you understand that type of dude, or you understand to never choose one of those type of guys. So it doesn't happen. To you. The reason why I brought the cheating thing, because a lot of women play them after they got cheated. And it's like, well, you should have never been with that guy in the first place.
I guess for me, the disconnect here is that, well, you're talking to us and you're telling us if you want this, do this, blah blah blah. But we're real people in the world, and you say men hold the value or the men are that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But as a woman, like I feel like it's hard for men to understand that we actually have minds and have goals and dreams and want certain things with our lives, like woman business, that's crazy. Like, oh, a woman wants to just have sex like casually, crazy. Psychology doesn't say that, books don't say that, like, and we're human.
I never said any of that stuff though. Like you're just assuming so much about me. My girl literally had her bachelor's degree by the age of 20. Okay, like so very smart. Like yeah, like I actually really like having a woman.
No.
So
What
like,
I'm talking about is what you're saying on the you said you were saying like as 45 and up on antidepressant, what you need to be looking for. You were giving them advice.
I just want them to know what's gonna make you depressed when you're older and what's gonna possibly make you happy.
Yeah, but
because of stats. Because we look at the sad women, it's single women over the age of 40. The most people on antidepressants are the women over the age of 40. Yes, I can prove that with stats that there's a big demographic, and I'm not saying y'all can be exceptions to the rule all day long. Y'all can definitely be the exception, but I just want y'all to understand that there's a lot of people that are in this stance, and y'all don't have to be those women. Like I said, y'all might be women that you never want to have kids. There are definitely some women that are like, I never want to have kids my whole life, and they're dead set on that. They can do that, but I'm saying a majority of women, I think it's in you to want, like how it's in me to want to build the world up and make a better place. Like we both have things that make us happy. I'm saying. Like on a natural level, there's things that make us way happy. Money isn't the answer. To everything, ladies. Let me be honest with y'all really quick. I've made a lot of money in my life. Okay, at a young age too. Money isn't gonna give you everything that you want. Those businesses, I have multiple businesses too. All that shit's not gonna make you like you think it is. And you know what? Honestly, say most women don't know what the fuck they want. Y'all don't. I would say most women, 99% don't. But y'all need them to tell you what you need. And a lot of men will give you exactly what y'all want. Tell y'all everything you say, yeah, baby, I'll buy you the Bentley, I'll do you this, I'll bring you, I'll do all this stuff for you. Find out after 5-10 years of having a man give you everything you want that's not truly what made you. And there's a lot of people that sit there and just simp. They'll give y'all whatever the fuck y'all want every time you ask for it. That's not what's gonna make you happy. You need what's gonna really make you happy, and it's what you need. And what you need is just the basics of things. It's not the purses, it's not the money, it's not the cars. I promise you. Just love and a family. It's that simple. It's really that simple to be happy in life. I have a daughter, and I did it all the wrong way. Like, I agree with him. We're like, y'all are gonna have kids, you need to do it the best way possible. I had a one night stand, girl pregnant, boom. But it was the greatest thing that can happen to me ever in my entire life. A day that goes by where I don't think that was the great. Every time I spend my time with her, because I have 50-50 with her, it's just the grab to me. And I did it the wrong way, guys. I didn't even do it the right way, and it's still the greatest thing that ever happened.
Family will mature a man very quickly.
So fast.
Sober up
so fast, man.
Like,
Life changing.
You talk about men being immature when they're younger. Like, you know, obviously there are deadbeat men that try to avoid responsibility, and that's a real thing. But if a man gets somebody pregnant, rather they and he actually goes, okay, I'm going to take care of this. His entire life changes, and his focus and his priorities all of a sudden become, I better get to work. I better provide, you know, finances for the kid, emotion for the kid, because now I have this responsibility, and that surprise responsibility, that is the biggest responsibility you can take on as a child.
It was the greatest thing that ever happened.
And so, like, it'll you want to talk men maturing. I think the plan for male maturing and male development is family.
Yeah.
So
it is for it sucks though, ladies. Like I agree with y'all. The market is horrible for y'all. Like, I the reason was because I think that y'all need more help discerning. Y'all don't have brothers, uncles, fathers, some of y'all. That's the whole point of me doing this show. So we didn't even get onto a lot of topics where, like, I bring up discernment and how to the shitty guys and the good guys. But that's literally like the biggest part of the show, honestly, is y'all just trying to who's the fuck boys and who aren't. That's the hard about dating, to just figuring out who's for real and who's not. Everybody's lying. The biggest things I always say is, like, all men lie. Like, women I always forget this, man. Men fall with their eyes and women fall in love with their ears. That's why men and women wear makeup. So, like, y'all, as soon as y'all realize that these guys lying to y'all and shit like that, that's when y'all can start dating better and discerning better. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up. I'll ask the last question really. What did y'all think of the show? Did you like anything specifically, and would you ever come back? You can be honest. It's okay.
I won't say I dislike the show and I won't come back, but I do think that some things could improve. That's all I'll say for now.
No, thank you. What do you think? Talking to the mic if you can.
What was the question?
What did you think of the show? Did you anything, and would you ever come back?
There's a lot of things that I did not like. I would also definitely not say that I wouldn't come back.
That's nice.
I'll come prepared next time.
I feel like you were pretty prepared. No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much. What did you think?
I feel like there's a lot of things that I disagreed with. And I would definitely come back to, like, argue.
No, that's fine.
Argue. That's the thing. It's not necessarily that I disagree with you. I do disagree with how you
display it.
Like, but it's like at the same time, I see a lot in today's society. Everybody's telling the woman, do this, do that,
and then you kept saying
y'all.
So, like, I want y'all to also understand. So, like, a lot of things can be exceptions to the rules. Okay. So always be the exception. And also, I hate men more than okay. So I go harder on the fuck dudes than I do y'all. The reason why is because y'all are on, like, this is a panel of women's show. I have a mentorship for men, and trust me, I'm way fucking harder on than I will ever be y'all. And it's because I know that they're so worth it today. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I go very, very hard on them. It's just the fact of the matter is, though, we both need help. It's on both sides. Men need to get better, and honestly, women need to keep their fucking lips. Sorry, it sounds horrible, but it's just the truth.
And men need fucking losers.
Yes, men need to stop. Yes, we'll end it with men don't need to be or men need to stop being losers, though. Now, I'm really happy that, like y'all said that y'all would come back. I would love for y'all to come back. The big thing that I want y'all to understand is This is a praxeology, as they always say. So what that means is just like a bunch of facts. It's a facts. It's a tool belt. Like y'all don't have to like the things that I said. Evolutionary psychology. It's not a straight jacket. Like if I say women like guys that are providers, it's not saying be with somebody who's not a provider. It's not a provider. It's a jacket. It's just saying, you know, on a bounds of you know, probability, y'all usually want to provide. And sometimes you might need to take that tool off your belt and say, you know what, I'm going to stop going for those 50-50 guys. I'm going to go for the provider dude. So use that tool to provide. Like it's just the tool. It's the tool. It's just a tool I gave y'all. And I want y'all to go read these books yourself. Some of them are short. Go read any Evo Psych book by Dr. David Buss, Marty Hazelton. She's amazing. She's a feminist, huge feminist woman. And it's called Hormonal. And it just talks about y'all's hormones complete start to finish. It's the greatest book ever. Every woman should that book. There's nothing wrong with like, so basically what I'm saying is don't shoot the messenger. A lot of today, they were just stats from certain. And I'm not a doctor, y'all. I did not go to college. I'm genius. Okay. I just read these books and I love them a lot. And I come and repeat the stats. That's it.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is that like, I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's little things like
how I say it.
Not necessarily how you say. It's also what you say, because you claim to be to help and blah blah blah, but then you said, and women need to keep your fucking legs closed.
Yeah, because that's the number one rule. That's like the number one rule.
Right. But what I'm trying to say is,
would you rather me be like fresh and fit and say, no, we want y'all to keep fucking around all the time. We love girls that have sex all the time.
Stop being losers.
No.
Yeah, no, I get that. But no, I just want you to understand those are the.
If I could just get out what I wanted to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So you say those things, the lied comments and all of those things, as if you're trying to provoke or a certain reaction or a certain comment from us or from the viewers, and like, you should really just, you know, did you bring this on the show to talk and to have conversation, or are you on here telling us keep your fucking legs closed?
So do you think? So hold on. Do you think I'm not being? Whenever I told you the Adam and Eve thing, when I told you all that, do you think I'm not being honest when I say that? Truly, if I even gave you a stillman about how it makes men better when women that. Trust me, I truly believe in that. Like, trust me, I really believe that women should keep their fucking legs closed. I'm not saying that just to trigger y'all or just to piss anybody off. I've said it on every one of my episodes for the last fucking probably 60 shows. Okay, so the thing is, I always bring it back to these type of things, because nobody, and trust me, I can be like fresh and fit, and I could say, oh no, we love hoes, y'all keep sleeping around hoes, we love girls that have sex with them tonight. Trust me, I could do that, but that's not my show. I don't fucking like them. It's not what I teach. Okay, but I'm trying to make the, because what they do when they say that shit is they make the world. When I say what I say, I not only make women better, I also make men fucking. Okay, so there's a huge difference between me and all these other channels. What, you think I do clickbait? Trust me, I could literally say all types of things that could really trigger y'all, and I don't say them.
I don't think you could do clickbait, and I think the fact that you feel could say things to trigger us, and that you might even think of that, is just like, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Like, you got it. You got it.
Okay, whatever, sweetheart. No. But no, thank y'all guys for coming, man. We're gonna close it up. Brian, thank you so much. Why don't you shout out where they can really quick?
Yeah,
man?
So like I said, I'm an insurance agent. Listen to the first show. It was an awesome conversation. Me and Sir. You can look me up at brianinsurance.com. Instagram is my last name, Alman, A-N, and then 43, Forthree, and then Facebook. And Facebook I'm more active on, but both of those work. So
guys, go check them out, please. Come out, please. Job in healthcare or selling life insurance, guys, or health insurance or life insurance. Thank you, ladies, for coming. All of y'all.
Can you check us out?
What do you mean? Hello. Well, no, I mean, it's just over. I mean, guys, go. Yeah, everybody go follow them on Instagram, please. They're tagging on our story right now. Go check out her music. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Y'all were all good sports, honestly. But no, thank y'all so much. Peace out, guys. We will see y'all on Wednesday. Yeah, I'll see y'all on Wednesday show, guys. Peace out. Oh, I'll be on King Talk tomorrow night too. King Talk tomorrow.